Tiny here from Off Tap Brew. Just ratting around through my fridges and finding all my excess bottles of beer. When I ferment, I generally do a little bit too much, 25 litres or so, and I siphon off into plastic bottles and leave them in the fridges everywhere. And today's going around and collecting all those, and we'll drink them. And that one's pretty good actually. It's a Pom's Breath. It's not very clear because the bottles come off and they've got yeast in the bottom, and I shake them up when I'm fermenting them, so you know, the yeast is back in suspension. Now, the other day I did a 50 litre batch of beer, a lager, a new recipe that I've come across that I programmed in, and because I've got 50 litres, I drew off 2 litres of my wort, and I threw in some lager yeast, SAF lager 2034 or something. I don't know, I don't have the packet anyhow. But what I want to do, because I want to do it on the cheap, is I want to get this yeast to really double its size. So from making one packet that is 11 grams, suitable for 23 litres, I'm going to make that one $4 packet do 55 litres I think I've got there. So yeah, that's just the basic, that's just the way that I save my costs on my yeast. Other people do, other people wash their yeast. As this date is, I still haven't attempted that, but I will give it a go. I've mentioned it before, but it's a $4 packet of yeast, and I'm getting 55 litres of fermentation out of it. I can show you one. I can show you my saison that I brewed. Did the same thing with it. Did a yeast starter like that. Did a yeast starter like that. And that's the sort of fermentation I'm getting out of it. Hang on, let me turn a light on here. I can get a light on this. Okay, there we go. Bubbly, bubbly. Toilet and troubly. So yeah, that started pretty good. It's been in here for a few days, and that's probably still primary going into secondary fermentation. But that was one packet of lager yeast. One packet of lager yeast, which was, okay, W3470. So I'm doing the same thing again. With this beer, the 3000 ore body that I'm doing. And yeah, just basically saving some money on my yeast. Now, a big shout out to Laramo22. Bro, I love your blackboard idea. Alright, I went and put that one together. Actually, my wife made that, designated blackboard maker. I've always used blackboards to do things like remembering what's in each fridge. That was an old idea of mine. But your brewing idea of, you know, keeping times and all that sort of stuff was absolutely fabulous. I never thought of doing that. I do have this blackboard. Yeah, let me move that. Oops. That blackboard is going to be mounted there, so I can write everything on it and remember times. And now everything's falling down. Remember times and weights and everything like that. That'll be put near my scales. So yeah, big shout out, dude. That was a really good idea. I'm pretty sure of a few of us have adopted that idea. I actually have had a few more ideas. I've got a wall in my kitchen with the same sort of thing that we sort of did, and it's a shopping list. When we run out of something out of the pantry, when we run out of something out of there, we'll take the last thing, we put it on the get me list, and it gets bought on shopping day and not forgotten. So yeah, currently by the fact that that's empty, we must have everything. I don't think so. But yeah, so Laramo, heads up to you, dude. Been loving your videos, loving your comments on my videos. You're out there, you're proactive in the community, the brewing community. Yeah, so that's really about it. What I'll do is I should be putting this back in the fridge. Actually, we'll go for a walk and have a look at that. Yeah, sorry about the moving of the camera around and the lack of editing, but we're going for a walk. We're going outside. This is another brew fridge of mine. In here I have... Getting dizzy? Okay. In here I have the 50 litres, or the 55 litres. Actually, that's a 25 litre vessel, and it's chilled, so it's bubbled. 25 litres, I think, about there, and this is bubbled out, and there's that in there. That came from this one, so I siphoned that off. Got my fan chilling. So yeah, I'm probably looking at 55 litres plus. But I'm going to put that in a 60 litre fermenter. As soon as that has doubled in size, being a lager yeast, you can see it's just sitting on the bottom, but it's still doing its thing. It's doubled, tripled its sort of size now. So yeah, we'll leave it in there for a day, and then I will put my 60 litre fermenter in here, put my speed kits in, and then pitch my yeast, lock the fridge, and leave her away. So yeah, that's another fridge I have to look after temperature wise and all that sort of stuff. That's okay, it's easy enough to do. Alright, yeah, hope you guys out there have a great weekend. We're coming up to New Year, so Happy New Year to all your brewers out there. Happy New Year to all your wives and to your family. Stay safe on the roads. Around here, everywhere we go, there's coppers. They're all over the roads, and they're like flies. They're in swarms. I'm not one for liking coppers much, but you know, they're out there doing a job this holidays. I'd hate to be the victim of a fatality in my family due to a drunk driver. That's why I have my Des. She's very responsible, and if we're going somewhere, she makes sure she doesn't drink. She knows I'm going to. Alright, so drink responsibly, be safe, enjoy your new year. And Glenn from Home Beer Brewery, I don't know if you're a subscriber of mine, but if you are and you do see this, man, those fireworks, wow! I have underground mining experience and ICI explosives training. I've blown up some stuff in my time, some massive amounts of rock underground, charged faces, I've hooked up detonators, I've used ANFO, I've used power gel, I've used delayed dets, you know, designing chisel cuts and designing you know, different explosive, patterns in explosives to dig a hole in solid rock that I want to do. And man, they look like fun. They really, really do. So I'll be looking forward to some of them videos, Glenn, for sure. Alright, and I hope you do them safely. All your fingers intact at the end. Okay, fellas, out there, Remember, beer makes you smarter.